Penta, Pentagon Junior, Pentagon Dark, Pentagon El Cielo. The guy's got about 5 different names, and that is 5 more reasons than I care about. And welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And it turns out former AEW star, former Lucha Underground star Penta is heading to the WWE. There's been interest in him from Triple H for a long time, and it looks like we're finally going to be getting him. We could be getting him on Raw, and not just any Raw, but possibly the Raw debut on Netflix. Now, on Netflix, it's quite clear to see WWE, they're going all out. They're trying to promote this show. Look, they're bringing The Rock back, they're bringing John Cena back. That alone tells you that this means business. They're giving you, I honestly believe that by today's standards, they are giving you 2 almost Mania main event level matches on a Raw, which you don't get. You barely get legit pay-per-view matches on Raw these days. Never mind WrestleMania main event level. You're getting that with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. You're getting that with Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. So what else can they add? Well, apparently Pentagon, Dark, Junior, Zero. Call him what you want. But he is also been rumoured to make his debut on January 6th. And honestly, I think this must be a piss take.
I think it must be a piss take. It's fitting that you said Dark. That's where the guy belongs. Dark match on Raw. Because, I don't get that. You know what? I think this guy, right, sucks. Don't rate him. I think he's a fucking diddy, man. I think this just shows you that how in 2024, it feels like there's been... If you haven't been in WWE at this point, it's almost like you're a nobody, and it's like there is no more rolls of the dice. I feel like throughout the 2010s and the 2000s, there was always someone that could have got in for WCW, always someone for TNA. But see, now you look at it, it's like, who is there really for them to bring in? It's more a return than a debut. But see this guy, I think this guy suits being on NXT, or at the very best for him, he gets put to the absolute B show known as SmackDown, because that's what SmackDown's going to be come 2025.
Yeah, but this guy's not going to be any different from any other Mexican on the roster.
Well,
is this guy going to be better than Dragon Lee?
No, you're absolutely right, but that's up to Triple H and the booking team.
Yeah, now we did see the little vignette, and I say little, it really was little. It was a little vignette for a little man. It lasted probably about 10 seconds, and it just has a 0, and then this like score that goes through the 0, and then it says coming January 6th, 2025. Now, Pentagon has been known as, I believe, Penta Zero. He recently filed a trademark for the term Cero Miedo, which apparently translates into Zero Fear. And he might be drawing Zero Fuse as well. So, it's pretty ironic.
You can just picture January 6th, man. The Rock is walking out the arena after the first segment, and then you hear this guy go, Lucha, Lucha, and then it comes on the screen, Netflix. Are you still watching? No, and then you just go to bed, because that's what you do.
I know that it's on Netflix, and I'm not quite sure how the numbers are going to be tracked, but let's just say, for argument's sake, right, it was still on. Let's say this was them going to a big network. Let's say this was on Fox, and you were tracking it by viewers. Could you imagine the drop-off from if The Rock opens the show, and then this guy's in the second quarter?
No, I know. But see this guy, man, right? He has been in AEW for, 6 months. He's a fucking nobody. He's a tag team wrestler, right, in AEW. This isn't like Jericho in 99. It isn't like Kurt Angle going to TNA in 06. It's like, this is some guy that the casual fan will have 0 idea about who he is.
Yeah, now, I've seen a few people in the comments saying that they're a huge fan, but the only thing is he doesn't speak much English, so he's pretty much going to be like every other foreign wrestler there.
No, but let's look at it, right? What sets this guy apart from, Ethan Page? I don't like Ethan Page, right? But Ethan Page went to NXT.
About 2 feet.
Well, about 2 feet, right?
100 pounds.
Seriously, what is the difference? Why should this guy get Netflix?
You know what? No, hold on. You know what? I've actually... Ethan Page blocked me about 6 years ago because I called him a bum, and back then he was in TNA, and he deserved to be called a bum. Maybe it was even more than 6 years ago, but I think Ethan Page does have a bit of a look to him.
Yeah, but listen to me, right?
I think Ethan Page is decent on the mic. For some reason, I think he's one of the guys you go through way too hard on. I'm not saying I rate the guy.
I gotta get the fishing rod out here and reel it in, because listen to this. Why does Ethan Page go to NXT, but this prick gets Netflix? What is the method and the madness there?
there will be people getting shipped off of Raw to SmackDown because they're not considered good enough for Netflix. This guy's coming straight in onto Netflix. Now, I've seen people say, they love him, he's great and all that stuff, but he doesn't speak much English. I've seen people get really upset saying that WWE is going to stop him from doing half his moves. That's the problem with wrestling fans today. They judge a wrestler on how many moves he can do.
No.
The people are ranking this guy. The people are judging this guy as a professional wrestler based on the amount of moves.
No.
Oh, he can do a double underhook.
No, it's hilarious. Could you imagine, right? If they were like, oh, Austin's coming back, right? But he's not allowed to do the loose fist press. Oh, fuck, no, what's the point of Austin coming back?
Don't bring him back now.
No. Oh, Taker's not allowed to do snake eyes. So he's not coming back. We don't want him back. I mean, like, these people are fucking warped in the head, man. You're right. Who cares about moves? You care about the person, the character. And the guy doesn't have any character, but I'll say this. Andrade fucking sucks. So I'd rather see a roll of the dice for this guy than another roll of the dice for Andrade.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see, but I just cannot believe this guy's going to be on Raw Netflix.
Is this a box tick? Is this right? Triple H is like, right, it's quite clear I don't like. I'm a bit of a racist. I'm big nose racist Triple H. So let's tick a wee box here with this wee Mexican guy. Is that it?
I mean, it could be. I mean, our Netflix all about the diversity. Do they want a certain roster made up?
Triple H getting to sleep with Zero Fear's wife?
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is.
No, this guy's just nowhere near good enough to debut on Netflix. Honestly, I look at that. I look at the entirety of that AEW roster, right? And take away guys that have previously been in WWE. Who's honestly big enough to debut on Netflix?
Probably none. But when I look at AEW, there's just so many people that I would rather see in WWE and be getting a chance than this guy.
Did we not talk about last week how we think MJF would now go to NXT? So if MJF's going to NXT, this guy should be going to Level Up.
Yeah, he might debut on Raw, but I give you 6 months and he could be on Level Up or Level Down.
Yo, I actually kind of feel sorry for this guy. You know why?
No, but you tell me he's going to be treated like a star, and then they're going to be the likes of Dragon Lee and Cruz Del Toro and all these guys are bums, but this guy's going to be the main man.
We watched 2003 Raw there, right? The Rock did pretended not to know who Jeff Hardy and Christian was. See if The Rock runs into this guy backstage, he literally doesn't know who this guy is. There's a difference. You know what I mean?
No, but
like The Rock came up through the business with like Christian and Jeff.
Does this
He looks at this guy, he's like, who the fuck's this guy?
Does this Penta Zero dude honestly think he's going to go to WWE and he's going to be the one little 5'8" Mexican guy that gets over?
5'8", fuck.
No, 5'6".
Aye, that's about right.
No, but like, come on.
He's not. You're right.
Like, no one's got over since Rey Mysterio.
This guy's got the speed title all over.
Speed title. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he goes for a speed title, because then it means his matches can't last more than 3 minutes, and that works for me. Anyway, guys, like, that is it. I just cannot believe that this guy, unless they're trolling, unless WWE are trolling, but I mean,
why not go all out with the guy though? Why not give him like Conan as a mouthpiece? Conan's never been in WWE. He's like the one guy to never go in.
I tell you what, see if Conan came out with a faction and they were actually, I know, but they're not going to do anything edgy. Conan's not going to come out with a bunch of Mexicans. They're not going to complain about being held back. They're not going to complain about discrimination and crossing borders. WWE don't do that. You know, that's too that's too edgy. That's too political. We can't be doing that.
Orderly.
Look at fucking LAX, man. I mean, the Titantron, man's all about Mexican army marching across borders. You got the Homicide, man. First of all, his name's Homicide. What a great name. And his finisher's the Gringo Killer.
Great.
You've got Hernandez with the border toss. I mean, fuck me. Conan cutting all these anti-American, anti-white, anti-black promos.
Yeah.
What are you going to get now? This guy's going to come out, like you said, he'll just be a member of the LWO within 2 months. Lucha. Look at all these people in... Who were the guys before? They remember you had Grand Metalik and the other guy and
the guy before him.
No,
guy before him.
See, over the past decade, like WWE's had a conveyor belt of small Mexican guys under 6 foot, and I know it's hard to find a Mexican over 6 foot, so I'm not going to blame them for that. But they've had just had a conveyor belt of Mexicans under 6 foot. Some have wore masks. Some haven't worn masks, but you know the thing that they've all got in common is none of them drew a fucking dime. None of them got over.
Yep.
And the closest guy that could probably get over is Andrade because he's married to Ric Flair's daughter.
Now, his deal ran out on the 5th of December. So it's like they're purposely holding off here for a month.
Yeah,
there's not like, it runs out on the 1st of January, so we'll wait a couple of days.
You know, it seems to be Triple H is putting a lot of faith in this guy.
I'm actually flabbergasted. And see the people actually pretend. But you know what, I say pretending to care. There's people out there that genuinely do care.
And people are crying because one of his finishing moves is like an inverted pile driver. He's not going to be allowed to use it.
I just do not get it. I mean, someone said in the comments, I hope it works out for him. I'm a huge fan, but I don't think he can speak much English. Fucking work. How can you be a huge fan of this guy?
Another guy on no DQ, Peter Milano, whosoever. I mean, if this guy follows us, then apologies, but he's turned around and says, always thought Penta was the breakout star of the two. Even if Phoenix is a better aerialist, Penta has the full presentation and can connect with the fans. What do you mean full presentation and can connect? There is no his presentation is he's a Mexican with a mask. That's the same presentation as they've all fucking got. How can he connect with the fans? He can't speak a lick of English. How's he going to... Full presentation. Full presentation would suggest the guy's got the lot. In-ring work, mic skills, he's got the look, he's got the charisma. He's not got none of that.
Some guy said he's his top 5 favourite wrestlers of all time.
Aye, we need to stop using no DQ for news. That site's getting blocked, man, I'm telling you. Anyway, guys, Penta Ciro El Miedo, we'll see him January 6th. Maybe he'll debut on the pre-show or something.
Just another guy that's going to benefit for a 3-hour show.
I mean, it's just like another guy that's going to be dark red.
No, but see how good that Raw could have been with 2 hours with like Rock Cena in those 2 matches and other stuff they're going to do. It's tragic.
Yeah, because the thing is, you've got Rock and Cena, you've got those 2 matches. See if it's a 2-hour show. I think it's fair to assume that just with Rock and Cena in those 2 matches, that would take up at least half. Probably more. 2 matches. So yeah, think 2 matches in 2 segments minimum, and I think the Rock and Cena might get more than 1 segment each. I'd say that would take up at least an hour.
Yeah, and now it's on its arse because they've added an extra.
So you go from getting at least 50% of the show being good to like 43% of the show being good.
And you know what? I would actually... It makes more sense for this guy to come in at the Rumble. Doesn't it, though? Like 1 of 30. No, I actually think if it... Andrade returned at the Rumble. The Rumble's like throwaway. You know what I mean? I think it's better to debut at the Rumble than make a big deal. The guy on like the biggest TV deal WWE's ever seen.
I'll be shocked if he actually debuts. I know Triple H has completely lost it, and that he doesn't know what he's doing. But if Triple H actually debuts this guy, as if this is going to be a huge... the only thing that makes sense is Netflix has maybe told Triple H and told WWE that they want to have like a diverse show. And Triple H is maybe thinking, well, look, we've already kind of buried all our Mexican wrestlers, so it's better if we just start fresh. I can understand that logic.
I don't, because you've got Rey Mysterio.
Well, maybe they want more than just one guy. But I get what you're saying with Rey, right? But
because two's brilliant.
But, I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. If Netflix have said they want diversity and Triple H is thinking, shit, well, we've done a really poor job. None of our Mexican stars are over. They've all kind of been buried. So it's easier for us to bring in a new guy and try and push him from the get-go than try and revive their careers that were never even had careers, did they, to be honest?
No. Anyway, guys, I mean, that's it. Fucking, you're right, I'm in disbelief. I kind of will be in disbelief if this goes through. Imagine this guy kicks off the show. Lord cha.
The only thing I can think of, man, it's not him. And people are just jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, but he's trademarking Zero Fear, and it's a zero with a big thing through it. Come on. Play the game, son.
I know, but could this not be Triple H trying to tease us and
but no, it's sad though.
Us?
It's like WWE fans, right, are fucking brain dead. They seem to think that this is like a big coup for WWE.
Let's be honest.
This guy for AEW.
Let's be honest. See if Tony Khan, on his first new Max show, see if Tony Khan was bringing like fucking Dragon Lee from WWE into AEW, people would be taking the piss out of Tony Khan, thinking, oh, he's just going to be another flippy guy.
Yep.
Yo, Ricochet has more name value than this guy.
Of course he does.
For the pure reason Ricochet was in WWE for years.
It's just no, but WWE fans. But WWE fans will pretend this guy's why the AEW ratings have plummeted over the last 6 months.
But think of all the ex WWE signings, right, that Tony Khan's made, and we've all went not going to make a single difference. Yet people are marking it as if this is somehow a great business for WWE.
No.
Bum signing, absolute bum signing, guys. Let us know your thoughts down below, and we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.